Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at my journal for the New York trip to the Stationery Fest. Me and my fiance took a trip to New York City. The first couple of days were focused in exploring the city, but then I had 3 days focused around stationery, including visiting the Yoseka Stationery Festival. If you haven't gotten the opportunity, I did post a haul, so make sure to check that out. Today, we are going to take a look at the finished journal. Usually, when I go on trips, if they are a month or even 2 weeks or more long, I like to make separate notebooks for them. Like, for example, this one is my trip to Spain and Portugal, and the entire notebook is only that trip. This one is Argentina. So again, it is all about Argentina. However, and this one is Puerto Rico. The entire journal is about Puerto Rico. However, the New York trip was only a week, so it felt like too much space to use an entire notebook for only what turned out to be 6 days or 7 days. I felt like I would be wasting half the notebook. So instead, I got an Archer and Olive Traveler's Notebook. This is their summer collection. I will be linking most of the products underneath on the description box if you're interested in any of them. I did get most of these at the Stationery Fest, so they are part of my haul video. I decided to start a notebook, and on this notebook, I will have multiple trips. The trip to New York only took this much of the notebook, which means I can still fit maybe 2 or 3 more trips on it, but that is the idea, to use this notebook as a short trip journaling notebook. On the first page, we have the Coffee Monsters exclusive sticker, and I plan to put stickers for the other trips. So let's say I have a trip coming up to Miami, so I'll put a Miami sticker. So the stickers at the front would represent the trips that are documented on this journal. Now, I do have a couple of pages that are not finished, so I figured we could do this together too. This is one of the pages that we are going to complete together, and let's do that right now. I want to create an index page to have as an overview for my trips. I'm going to use the Feature Craft Archer Alpha stamp and the Studio Calico Deja Blue ink to add the title. From Everyday Explorers, I'm using the Passport New York stamp to add New York to our page in black ink, and the Stationery Fest exclusive stamp to add a label that will have the dates of my trips. I also use the Tombow markers to write the dates and add highlights, which brings in a little bit of color to the stamp. As I add more trips to this notebook, I will continue to fill up this page. Okay, now that we have completed the index with the trip that is on the notebook, we can move on with the flip through. So on the first page, I had stamped this at the fest because I planned ahead of time that I wanted an index, so I knew that this was where I was going to start. This one is from Super Bee Studio. One of the stickers that Heba gave the peaches, my new tabs from the haul, and the Abisai stickers. I also put the date on here, so it's from August 4th to August 10th. And these are from the washi tape shop. Day 1, we had our flight to LaGuardia, and I went to the Muji store. So this one right here, I actually cut off the top part of the receipt from my purchase that has the logo for the stores. So all 3 of these, Muji, Hard Rock Cafe, and M&M's, come from the receipts. I cut it up and put it over here. I also marked each day with day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. This is part of that stamp set that we just used, and I printed all of my pictures on this journal from the Canon Ivy printer. My fiance also saved me the bag for his M&M's, so I cut off a little strip from the design on the bag and used it as a border there. This, I don't know why I never thought about this before, but this actually comes from the tag that the airport puts on the luggage, and it has the airport tag and the flight number the date. And don't know why I never thought of cutting those off and using them on my journals. I for sure will be doing that from now on. Day 2, we went to Canal Street and we explored all of Chinatown. I also went uptown to the Flatiron Building area and I got to see a portal to Dublin and had a couple of funny moments with tourists from Dublin. This is still day 2. So for day 1, we had one layout. For day 2, there was so much that happened that there was a couple of days in here that have 2 layouts, 1 and 2 for day 2. The night of day 2, we also went to the Empire State Building. So I saved one of the tickets and used it here. And the ticket had an illustration of somebody with an umbrella, and it was raining for most of our trip, so I decided to use this ticket there in the corner. This is all from the washi tape shop, and these in the corner, and then the Coffee Monster Co. and the Coffee Monsters Co. along with cute things from Japan and Everyday Explorers. Day 3, I absolutely love the colors of this layout. So while I was in New York, I actually placed down this washi and I placed down this sticker. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but it helped me set the colors for the rest of the layout. This was August 6th. We went and explored City Point in Brooklyn. This right here is also part of a receipt that I cut off the logo for Blue Kim Made at the store. We visited Sephora and I had a tiny bag, so I cut the logo out and used it in my journal. This one is actually the bag for the M&Ms. There is 2 holes at the top, which is why I put washi to cover it up. But I decided to use it as a tab just because I needed more space. Way too much happened this day and I only got one layout for this one, and you'll see why in a second. I also used a circle punch to cut out this design from the bag, and I placed a picture with a tag on the side so that I could journal on that. This night was so much fun. Me and Kenny only had one umbrella, and I always like playing in the rain, so I just volunteered and went in the rain with my friend Tian. I was soaking wet because it rained for hours. We took a picture at Times Square, and up here also another part of a receipt that I cut off. This is washi tape shop. This was a gift from my friends. Day 4 was the first day of the Stationery Fest, and this is why I only had one layout for day 3, because on day 4, when I counted out my pictures, I didn't count for 2 pages for a certain day. So I ended up stamping this ahead of time before I actually did my journal. So this had to be a day first. That's why we added this tab right here for more pictures and more journaling in the middle. This day was raining a lot, so I used clouds at the top, then the washi tape at the bottom. We waited for like 3 hours in line. I actually got Abby to sign right there, and this wasn't here before. I cut it off from her mystery stickers bag and then used it here. This is actually covering a boo-boo. You can't see it because I covered it up, but I stamped this gallant leather. They had a second stamp here, but the notebook moved as I was stamping it, so it smeared all over. And then Heba had the awesome idea to use a plastic bag as a pocket, and then I put the sticker on top of it. And this goes inside. If I open it up, I have more pictures of me and my friends in New York City. And then on the inside, it has the map for the Stationery Fest. I actually highlighted all of the shops that I got stuff from that were part of my haul. This is a picture with Christine from Everyday Explorers. And with Heba, we were on the stage, and on the background you can see the entire venue for the Stationery Fest. So this was a perfect picture to represent day one for the Stationery Fest. And then on the back, one of the companies that I got a New York sticker from, they had a sticker for their logo, so I placed it there. This is still day 4. Helen had a stamp that she made with an emoji, so I stamped this before anything else was done. Literally blank page with just this. And then I asked her to sign, so when I came back and was finishing my journal, I made my layout go around it. This is a card from the Stationery Fest. I used washi tape from Once More with Love Below. Day 5, we went to the Stationery Fest in the beginning of the day, only to buy stuff that we had missed. And then we left for the day. We went and had pizza. I used this card to make a flip up, put a picture of me and Kenny having wine and one of the stickers from the Stationery Fest. And the bottom, I like it. It's pretty cool because it creates a border around this card, so you could totally miss it. Day 5, in the evening, we went shopping. We went to the Nintendo store to check it out. I took a picture of my fiance Kenny with Buster at the top. I actually drew the Lego logo by hand and put a picture of us at the Lego store. This was part of the playbill for the Lion King. We went to the Lion King that afternoon. If you ever have a chance to see any Broadway play, please let it be Lion King, because that was amazing. Day 6, I used washi tape shop stickers to decorate here and here. This is also the top part of a receipt from the Disney store. We adopted Stitch. I'm happy to report he loves his new home. We also got bagels. Day 6 was a super chill day. We went to Goods for the Study. We bought a ton of stuff from the Goods for the Study, and this was actually the last day I spent with my friends. In the evening, we got together and crafted together. I love the layout I did on this side, and because it was such a slow day, I knew I only needed this much space to journal. That's why I used this layout over here. Day 7 was the day that we came back, but before we went to the airport, we got a chance to go to Dumbo, and I took a picture there with my fiance, and I also saved the tag for the luggage. And then on the back, to finish it off, I used some of the stickers that I had left over that were specifically for the Stationery Fest, but I didn't get to use anywhere else. And that is the end of it. I really hope you guys liked this journal. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites, and I am really glad that I decided to use an Archer and Olive notebook to consolidate my shorter trips.